Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Frazier.
This is Real Talk with George and Frazier. How's it going, brother?
Pretty good, brother. Everything going?
How's it going?
Everything good? Can't hear too much.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Good. There we go.
How are you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Different picture, different view.
Yeah, I'm using an avatar today.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Should have a good show coming. We have Breck Oxford. She's a celebrity chef. Can't wait to talk to her.
Exactly. They're about the vegan. I'm dying to know about the vegan. Plant-based. Trying to die. Think about changing my diet.
Okay.
Now,
when you say change your diet, what does that mean?
Well, I'm trying to go more healthier route. I mean, like, I eat a lot of meat. I'm trying to find alternate versions to meat. I mean, I'm hearing great things about the vegan, but I don't know about going straight vegan. That's what I'm trying to worry about, because it said plant-based and vegan. Well, it said a lot different. So maybe she can clarify a little better for me what's the difference in it, because I like meat. But I mean, I can, if I had a weed and slowly get back into it.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. We got to just do a lot of research with it, because your body has to be compatible to it.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing though, because like, what does your body look like to be vegan? I mean, because I guess the toxins in your body are from grease and stuff, or fried chicken, the good stuff.
No, I mean, your body has to detoxify first, and it has to go through changes. You know what I mean? Like, you got to introduce stuff into it to see how your body's going to respond to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to say, because my body, I tried it. It worked a little bit, but it, like, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of weird, but like, you find yourself still missing meat. You still find yourself missing it. I eat salad perfectly, but I still want a little bit of meat,
Yeah, I mean, that's why I moved to fish and fowl when it gets cold, just chicken and fish in the wintertime. Keep that protein in my system.
Oh, she's having little problems.
Okay, what problems is she having?
I'm trying to find out right now. What I might do, I might go to the link and just do what I did last time. Just send a link that way. It might be easier for her to get in. So how you feeling today?
Okay. I'm recovering slowly.
Well, just take time. Just to take time. That's why we say take time. But do you hear about the trending sports media news? What the Houston Rockets and the Washington did in a trade? Did you hear that?
No.
They traded Westbrook for John Wall. Very similar styles of play. The only difference is one part of bigger ego than the other one. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
What do you think about it? What do you think about it? You think it's a good trade, or you think it's,
well, all trades depend. If the players wanted to get traded, they were ready to go, then yeah, it's a good trade.
True. I mean, I kind of think that I think Washington trying to do a little strategy a little bit. I think they're trying to get Westbrook maybe to trade for better picks, or maybe another player that can actually fit their system a little better in their rebuilding stage. Right. What do you think?
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy whenever you're rebuilding, and there's a lot of players out there.
That is true. Well, but then in free agency, there's not many out there this year. Next year, will be a lot of big free agents next year. The Greek Freak going free agent next year. You have quite a few other players around the league going to be like changing up teams, trying to build that team to beat the Lakers. Because Davis re-signed. He re-signed back with Lakers. So the dynasty is back over there again.
Up.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry. I am not savvy with all of this, so I'm just trying my best.
You're doing good so far. You did
I
better.
mean, listen, I'm a little late because I was really over here trying to do the most. I'm trying to set this up. But we're good.
Get
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Where are you, George? Why can't I see you?
I'm using my avatar today. I'm in New Jersey.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say?
I'm using my avatar today. That's why I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little under the weather.
Understood. Listen, this is under the weather time, so I get it.
So tell the fans a little bit about your bio and what you do.
So I am a vegan chef. I just happen to work with some celebrities. I started this 5 years ago, and yeah, that's it. I mean, I was vegetarian for about 23 years, vegan for about 10 years, and here we are.
Wow. That's a
long time. It's a long time. It doesn't feel like long because this has just been my life, you know?
Right.
Oh, okay. So tell us, now we got a big question that everybody been asking. It's crazy, especially YouTube. What is the difference between actually vegan and actually plant-based? Because everybody say it's totally different.
So that's a new thing over like the past 2-3 years. I think plant-based, that's what I do for a living. So I don't use any mock meats. I make everything from plants. I make everything myself. Everything is house made. Vegan is more of like mock meat, soy, and all that stuff. I do eat soy and mock meats, not often, maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 times a month, if that. But yeah, that's the difference.
Oh, okay.
So can you tell the people what mock meat means?
So mock meat is basically things like tempeh, soy, and then you have like your Beyond Meats, your Impossible Burgers that are popping up everywhere in fast food and in restaurants, which I think is a great thing. A lot of people, a lot of vegans, I should say, aren't really with it because they're just like, oh, it's being grilled on the same grill and, you know, it's not healthy. But my thing is, does it matter at the end of the day? I'm not one of those vegans who really care about, you know, what you're doing. I just want you to understand that you can live this lifestyle or you can just incorporate it and it's not scary and it's not hard. And I appreciate the fact that it's becoming more prominent in society. Like you can go to KFC, you can go to where else, White Castle or Burger King, and you can get what you want to get, and it's not, you know, a big deal.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. So what really inspired you to be vegan? I mean, at one point, did you eat meat at one point when you were little?
I did. So I used to come home every day and eat bacon and bread sandwiches. So it was just bacon, bread, butter. I put it in the microwave. And then when I was like 11, my mom at the time, she was just like, I bet you can't stop eating meat. And I was like, yes, I can. And that was that. And I stopped and I was vegetarian for 23 years. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go vegan only because I had a COO of a restaurant in New York City. At the time, it was the top vegan restaurant in the industry. I was managing there and she made me feel so guilty. Like, oh, you're killing like baby calves by eating cheese. Like you have to stop. So I was like, okay, fine. So I was guilted into it. And then I went out to a diner in Brooklyn and I never tell the diner that I went to. And I got cheese, bagel, eggs, and I ended up getting food poisoning because it was rancid. And it was a bad situation. So I was like, you know what? I guess I'm just supposed to be vegan. And that was that. But it was bad. Like it was a bad situation. It was a bad situation. And I tried to go to work because by then I was GMing another vegan restaurant in New York City. And I was like, I'm just going to take the training. I can do it. And that was not a smart move. And I'm not going to get into why it wasn't a smart move, but it just wasn't a smart move.
Oh, man.
Do you feel like some of your clients are moving towards vegan for health issues, or is because it's the new fad?
So a while back, I think that it was for weight loss reasons, to be honest. Most of my clientele will be like, I want to lose weight. And they'd see all these different documentaries on Netflix, like What the Health, Forks Over Knives, and it was a fad. Now I think, people are more conscious about what's going on and they just really want to be more health forward. Because now, like, we're in the era of information, so people know what's going on. And also, veganism, it isn't this new thing anymore. So there's so many different things out there that people can do, and people aren't scared of it. It doesn't read as scary. So I really think that, now people are more like, I want to live long, I want to feel good, I want to look good. And, people feel like veganism is the way to go. And I'm here for it because I'm 41 and I don't feel like I'm 41,
That's the difference.
Yeah.
So just to based on that, on the health issue part of it, like say a client come to you who have maybe heart issues or some kind of issue like that, is vegan be best described for him to come in easily to it, or could a person say they need meat and everything, and doctor want to help them change his diet? Are you a person to help them with that, or?
That I used to be available for that, but because my schedule has gotten so demanding, I'm no longer able to do those types of things. But that's how Insatiable started out. I started out, just basically showing up at pop-ups and helping people with their health. And now, because Insatiable has grown, I don't really have the time to do it, but I have the resources in order to, shoot people in different directions to different people. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember one of my clients was a diabetic and I was able to reverse that within weeks. And the doctor was like, what are you doing? Because your numbers have gone down. I don't understand what's happening. And she was just like, listen, I've been just eating vegan food and doing what I needed to do. And of course, the doctor was astonished. And something that I think a lot of people don't know, and this is not to shame doctors, because listen, they're here for a reason. I'm here for them. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a holistic practitioner either. I do know that in my experience and what I have learned is that doctors only have about 2 weeks to a month of education with regards to nutrition and health. So they really don't have a background on what to do to fix it. They have a background on what to do to put a Band-Aid on it. And ultimately, we're funding, their lives by coming back and getting the medicine and doing what we need to do. So, yeah.
So
I don't want any doctors to get mad at me, please. Like, it's not that type of situation. I go to the doctor, not as often as I probably should, according to somebody in the next room, but it is what it is.
But okay, explain the difference, because I know people who eat meat, the reason why they go vegan is they say high cholesterol, heart problems, and all these other things. But you can eat fish that's high in omega-3 as well too.
Right. So I can only speak for myself. I don't like speaking for anyone else. As far as my experience has been, I've been perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues. I had my child, I had a geriatric pregnancy. I was supposed to have a home birth. The doctor was very concerned about me having a home birth because of my age. And after they ran a numerous amount of tests, they came back and was like, you are testing out like you're in your late 20s, when I was in fact in my late 30s. And they were just like, we don't understand how you're doing it. And I said, well, I'm vegan and I pay attention to what it is that I'm eating. So I definitely think that, the vegan lifestyle lends itself to a healthier lifestyle. That's just my personal opinion. And as I said, the person in the next room may disagree with me, and that's okay. You know, it is what it is. I just know what I know for myself, and I don't try to project what my experience has been on other people.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you've helped your clients with?
Well, right now, really what I'm doing is I'm just a personal chef. I'm not necessarily helping anybody with anything, but what I can say is that this will be the first time that I am actually saying who my full-time client is anywhere. So you guys got the exclusive.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
but I am Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets. I am his personal chef. And as you guys know, the season is coming up soon on the 22nd. So he's really focused on an alkaline, clean diet. I've been working with him for almost a year now. And because we've been on lockdown and nothing has really been going on and he hasn't been playing, we've just been having a good time. And he's such a cool customer. Like I can come in and do whatever I want, which is great. Right now, we're working on detoxing the body. So it's 98% alkaline, and we're definitely incorporating sea moss detoxes in there for him to be able to be ready for playing season and in shape. So that's what I'm working on. Whatever people come to me and they say they need and they want, I'm there to provide that for them. I just had a client earlier today who wants a personal chef experience, and she shared with me some personal things, and we're also going to be doing some alkaline things for her because she tried the vegan way and she has noticed that she's put on a ton of weight, which is normal. You know, when you decide to switch your lifestyle, you really don't know what to do. And that happened to me, you know, when I was like 11, 12 years old. I didn't know what the fuck. I'm sorry. Can I curse? I have a potty mouth.
It came out already. It's already.
Sorry. I won't curse anymore. I I had a really bad diet. I was eating pizza and just bread and just nothing that was good for me for a really long time. And I put on, 15, 20 pounds until I realized, wait a minute, like this is not the way. So I think that it's important to take baby steps, never to just jump in. And if you are going to jump in, then you need to do your research and not be too extreme with it, because you can. And I noticed that a lot of my clients will be extraordinarily extreme with what they're doing, and then they'll backslide. And that's normal. It happened to me. You know what I mean? It's a normal thing.
Okay. So explain more detail what benefits do that come out of actually going an alkaline way, and how come it helps them improve their performance and their health wise.
So the body is the body, or I should say the organs, are alkaline. So when we eat things that aren't alkaline, we end up clogging up these arteries and our organs, and then we're slowing down, we're gaining weight, we're noticing things like our eyes turning yellow, our lips being chapped, dark circles under our eyes, all of these things, because we're eating things that are not good for us. Ultimately, we're not eating live foods. So when we're eating live foods and we're eating alkaline foods, it comes through. Like we work from the inside out, basically. So that's the difference that you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so how do they say they work also with kids also, or is it mainly for adults? Can you work a kid into the diet and he still be, how they say, energetic, active, stuff like that? Because some kids, some people prefer to even give them meat. You know what I'm talking about? They forgive them all the meat they can give them. Let's football kids. And youth football, that's all I do for the kids, meat. They want to gain weight, give them a ton of protein. Eat all this. You're good. Eat all this. And
right.
Slow, sometimes shorten the breath, sometimes you can't run.
Exactly, because he's loaded down. So I do not personally work with children. I do not claim to be someone to come out and work with anybody for any health issues. That's not what I do. I am strictly a personal chef. I do have a 4-year-old son. He's vegan. He's never had meat. He's never had dairy. This is the most active child in the world. He is strong beyond. It's exhausting. It's great. And I actually have people tell me, maybe you should give him some meat. Maybe it's that vegan diet that's giving him all this energy. It's crazy. So I definitely think that when you're dealing with children and if you're talking about protein, I think something that people don't realize is that there's more protein in vegetables and in legumes than there are in actual meat. You can go and you can research that for yourself, but I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't do the research myself. There's more protein in kale and lentils than there are in any beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, whatever it is that you're going to eat. That's science. It's not me. It's science.
That is true.
So can you explain, there's a certain amino acid that you can't get from vegan food, and you can get it from, I guess, from meat. How important is that amino acid for the body's function?
Again, this is not what I do. Like I really can't get into the depth and the detail of that. Again, I'm just a personal chef, but what I can tell you is that there are alternatives. You can get amino acids from Bragg's. Bragg's is a great brand, and I use it often. Vitamin D is also something that you need to be taking on a daily basis. It's a supplement that you can take. And that's about it. But as far as like the detailed answers on, health and what's right and what's wrong, I'm definitely not the person to come to. I can just only speak on what works for me and what works for my family.
Okay.
But I can give you lots of resources that can, when we're done, that you can have on the show and they can give you the total rundown. But I am not the one and I don't want to pretend to be.
I appreciate your honesty.
Appreciate your honesty.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm not out here trying to steer anybody wrong. I'm a personal chef. I cook food. It's great. Come get some. And that's it. I have a pretty basic knowledge about, health and wellness. I do my research. I do the best that I can to serve my clients. But as far as from a holistic health standpoint, I am not the one to sit here and have like a dissertation about, what it is.
All right. Well, we have a question. They asked, how would someone transition into an alkaline lifestyle? I have tried so many times and failed.
I would say take baby steps. I think the major issue is people want to do something and they just jump into it, right? It's kind of like when you're like, oh, I want to lose like 20 pounds. So I'm just going to go in the gym and I'm going to go hard. And for those first 3 days, you go hard and then it's a doobie and pins. It's a wrap. Like you can't do it anymore. So I would just say start incorporating alkaline things into your diet. So maybe instead of having a bagel or whatever it is that you have for breakfast in the morning, switch it over to something alkaline. Try doing that once a week, seeing what that's like, if you like it, and then you can explore it more. So with everything, any type of transition that you're trying to make in your life, again, for me, it's baby steps. Don't try to go head on because I'm telling you, all of my clients, when all of these different things come out, and when you hear stuff about Dr. CB, you're like, oh, I want to get on that flex. And then you end up backsliding and you never go back because it's either too difficult, you haven't done the research, and it's just super stern, and you get bored and you get lazy because this is not an easy life either. You have to prep. Like it's not as simple as putting something in the oven or in the microwave. Like you have to chop vegetables. You have to do what you need to do. So just take your time. And I hope that was helpful.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Can you give us a sample of alkaline foods and vegetables?
Sure. So, okay, amaranth is alkaline, and it's super easy. It's an ancient grain. It has a really nutty flavor. It's kind of the same texture as grits. You want to mix it with a little bit of milk, a little bit of, milk. When I say milk, I say plant milk. A little bit of vegan butter, some agave. That's the only sweetener that I would suggest using outside from coconut sugar or date sugar. And then you can add, some fruits to that. Stay away from lemons. You really want to work with lime, key lime if you can. And yeah, like vegetables, pretty much, I don't want to say all vegetables, but you want to really get into your dark greens. Collard greens are definitely not alkaline, but kale is alkaline. You want to get high into your chia seeds, your chickpeas. Chickpeas are alkaline and full of protein. So you really want to hit that mark.
Okay. So tell me, like, some of your clients have special diet plan. Is it fit to each individual, or is it a base meal plan for all?
So it's fit to the individual. Everything is custom, whether it's a personal chef experience or it's a catering situation, or if someone before my schedule got so busy, if it's someone who has health issues, everything is custom to you. There has never been the same menu, the same anything done twice. Everything is custom for whatever your needs are.
Nice.
That's good. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, give us a sample. Say somebody come to you and they have heart problems. They're like bloated all the time. They feel sluggish, and they're always tired. And they want to find a way to improve their health, as in energy wise, probably lose weight also, and also their overall health.
Yeah. So I would say you want to start and end your day with some type of tea, herbal, ginger. Lemon is fine in tea. That's obviously, it's not alkaline, but that's okay. So I would start there. I would also get into green smoothies. Green smoothies, if you aren't really into your vegetables and you don't want to eat and you don't have a lot of time, this way you're able to just put everything in a blender. You can drink it. You're good. It's a meal replacer. And then I would definitely say for snacks and things like that, you want to get into things like your almonds, your seeds. You want to have hearty salads with lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, avocado. You want to stick with things like that are going to fill you up. They're going to give you energy, and they're not going to deplete you.
Okay.
I hope everything is okay.
That was good. I want to try that.
Okay.
Okay. So we said green smoothies. Like, is it good to add fruit to the smoothie, or it's just all plant-based you put in it?
Okay, so again, I am not claiming to be an expert. There are lots of debates going around about whether you should incorporate fruit and vegetables in a smoothie. I fall in you know what? I don't even want to say that I fall in any realm of this. I'm just going to tell you what I do. I don't like fruit smoothies. I just don't. They're too sweet. It's not my jam. I like greens in my smoothie. That's me. There are people who are into food pairing that say that that's not the way to go for digestive reasons. I have never found a problem with that for digestive reasons. I'm very regular, sometimes a bit too regular. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. And I post my recipes for the smoothies that I drink. I've never had anyone tell me that they've had issues with it. But again, I am not I don't have expertise in that area.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, here's a good one. Take care. Expertise. So let me ask a question, like, do you think yourself in the future to broaden your horizon and get more into the wilderness, whether you study more and start actually writing maybe a book or something, or actually similar? Okay. The book thing got you. Oh, the book got you. Uh-oh.
Well, so I was going to do a cookbook, I want to say about 3-4 years ago. And I realized that it's a lot of work. I mean, what I'm doing already is a lot of work, but I don't see a book in my future. It's just not something that I'm interested in doing. I'm more interested in connecting with people and broadening their horizons and making the plant-based lifestyle read less scary. That's my thing. I don't necessarily desire to write a book. And I actually wanted to go to school so that I could broaden my horizons as far as the holistic side of things. But as my brand started growing, I started to realize that I'm into it. I want to know it for myself. But as far as giving it to others, that's not really where I'm at. I'm with the experience, the having the good time, and just introducing people to veganism. That's where I am right now on my journey. Can I speak for what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day? No, but right now I'm having a great time creating in the kitchen and turning people on to veganism so that they're just like, damn, like I had no idea that this could be this way.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry guys if this is boring. I'm trying. I'm really awkward on these types of things. So.
Here. We're having fun. We're learning. We're trying to learn some stuff here. See, George wrote a book on nutrition. So George having fun right now. He having a blast.
Okay.
Right,
yeah, absolutely.
I wish I could see you, George. I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
I'll have you back on the show.
Oh, hey. Okay. I'm here for it.
You heard it from him first.
So your clients, do you have one client at a time or do you cook for multiple clients?
Oh God, I cook for multiple clients. It's insane. People think that this is a glamorous life, and I constantly say there's nothing glamorous about this situation. I live my life in the kitchen, in the car, in grocery stores, in farmers markets, and I love it. But I mean, it's also not but, and it's extraordinarily tiring, and also very gratifying. I love what I do, but definitely not one client at a time. I serve multiple people. Yeah, it gets to be quite a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like a challenge. Have you ever made a mistake and gave one client the wrong dish?
No, that's never happened. But I will say that it definitely, I don't know if it's necessarily a challenge, but I was a hardcore party girl before I became a mom. So I didn't sleep. I was just working like 72 hours, managing restaurants and going out and dancing and drinking and doing my thing. So I feel like I was prepared to be up and working and doing what it is that I do now. So now I have a great excuse to be up and do what I do instead of just being out and, doing my thing. So yeah, but it's crazy. I do it all. I have a staff that I bring on for larger events, but ultimately I am the administrative team. I'm the assistant manager. I'm the chef. I'm the recipe tester. I create the recipes. I do it all on my own.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So let me ask a question. Like, you say like going to farmers markets, and you like, so you prefer to go to farmers market where they're homegrown better, more fresher, or you prefer to go there to the Publix or the Winn-Dixie? Like, what do you prefer that's better?
Where are you from, Publix and Winn-Dixie?
Hey, I'm from Miami.
Okay.
Farmers market down here, okay?
Okay.
But I mean, you have one that down the street from my house is pretty good. It's always farm grown and has fruits and stuff there. Very fresh. Oh, I love going there. It's just so packed all the time. It was a packed.
Yeah. So I personally enjoy going to the farms and the farmers market over going to the supermarket for a couple of reasons. One, I always want to support local. I mean, this is employing so many people. It's making sure that people can feed their families, which is a big deal to me. It makes sure that we're buying things in season. I mean, there is a thing to seasonal eating. We don't want to eat out of season. I do frequent supermarkets. Pardon me. Something is caught in my throat.
Oh, no problem.
Sorry.
Some water. We'll wait.
You wait.
Love, can you grab me some water, please? Thank you. I do frequent supermarkets. Some supermarkets I love because they have amazing produce for a really good price, and a lot of times it's homegrown as well. So I typically go for local, organically grown in the supermarkets, which I love is even an option now because that wasn't an option years ago.
Exactly. And that's what organic means. Like it was different than organic and regular. Like, what this? Can we now at Whole Foods now? We have Whole Foods down here now.
Yeah.
Basically very I love that place. The place is amazing. But another place called Miami Market. It also like a similar to a Whole Foods, but a little different.
Okay.
They verify, but most of their stuff is actually from the meat markets and stuff like that, whatever. But they had a lot of plant-based items there. A lot.
Okay.
So that's very good down here. But like, what about there? Like, what places other than the farmers markets? Like, do you have a Whole Food there? Like, what do you trying to like who can't get to the farmers market but want to get integrate products, alkaline products into their diet, and where would they go to find it other than farmers market if they can't get to them?
Yeah, I mean, you have Whole Foods. Alkaline products are found everywhere. You can go to CVS and get alkaline products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are against frozen. So right now we're dealing with a lot of food insecurity. This has been an issue in our country for eons and eons. Right now, I think we're seeing food insecurity in a way that we've never seen it because we have people who have, would make six figures who are now waiting in food lines. So I think that it's important to really educate ourselves on canned goods and frozen goods and understanding that everybody doesn't have the privilege to be able to get fresh produce from wherever they are, be it means of finances or just where you live, it may be a food desert. So you can find alkaline foods that are frozen. And there's nothing wrong with frozen food. Frozen food is actually frozen at the peak of its ripeness, which is great. You know what I mean? People try to hate on that or whatever. If you want to get canned goods, that's fine. Just make sure that you rinse and you clean them properly, and it's all good. I think that the stigma, with a lot of vegans and a lot of people who are out of touch and never really had to eat from a can or eat from the frozen section don't understand that it's okay. This is reality for a lot of people. So as long as we're cleaning and rinsing our canned goods, I think we're okay, because there's nothing different from me going to Whole Foods and getting kale, chopping it up, putting it in a Ziploc bag, putting it in the freezer, and then taking it out later. What's the difference?
That is true.
I'm sorry if that seemed aggressive. I'm just saying.
But that's true. People need to hear the truth. I mean, that's why we like the show, because it's your truth. So basically telling people what they need to hear. Not sugarcoating it for what? We sugarcoat it for,
Right.
I mean, they're not going to gain anything from it. They're gaining knowledge from sugarcoating it.
Right.
But they come back, oh my God, you messed up. You told me that. I didn't tell you that. I told you chose that way, So that's nothing. Like, some people, I think, choose more what they want to go do versus actually what they need to do.
Right.
Some people say, I need to do this, but I want to do this. I want to do this, but I really don't go to this.
Right.
I think that's probably one of the two reasons why some people have a hard time going to be vegan, because the fact of the matter is they don't want to give up what they grew up with and used to so long. Meat to them was that what they grew up with. That what somebody told them. Incorporate a little, hey, eat this, protein. You'll be a football player. Like, I play football. So they either feed a number of protein. That's all they get, protein. They either bulk us up really big.
Right.
The only problem is, like I said, like Michael Strahan and other players, when you play offensive line or defensive line where you have to carry weight a lot heavier, you have a tendency to be tired a lot worse when you're not active.
Right.
Your body goes through a whole transition. Like, wait, you ain't running no more? Oh, you ain't doing this no more? And then your heart goes used to doing pumping so much. Now we're not doing nothing. Now your body transition saying, look, how do I fit this? What's going wrong with me? Why am I always so tired? Why you better run freaking a whole 100-yard field like nothing? Now I can barely walk to the door and back.
Right.
Doing that. He also dropped weight from when original playing weight to now what I call the comfort weight, where the lifestyle living weight. Understand between sports. Like, you have your sport weight. We play football, which off the line with 300, 350, give or take, running backs. So, like, you say you work at Kyrie Irving, right? Like, how is his plant-based by being an athlete so much different than is being an average Joe? Like, what do you could be different?
Okay, so the difference. So you're asking, what's the difference between Kyrie's diet and?
Well, you said Kyrie are different. He's the athlete. Well, basically general questions to athlete. Like certain athletes probably come to you, like Kyrie, for example, maybe so everyone coming to you, example, like are they diet a lot different versus say a normal Joe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Their diets are different because they're burning so much, so they need to eat more.
Okay.
So what I do for him in particular is he'll have large breakfast, large lunch, and then he's drinking detoxes throughout the day. So athletes by far eat way more than the average Joe Smo because they're more active. They have to in order to keep the weight, in order to have the energy, all of that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so based on that, like, what are some of the food tips on say a person who's an athlete who's want to convert from a high protein diet to a plant based diet?
So those are synonymous. High protein and plant based are synonymous. It's not a different situation. You just have to switch out what you're eating. So again, you want to do things like have lots of chickpeas, lots of dark greens, lots of vegetables. These are the things that you want to do because these are live foods. They're going to give you a lot of energy. The chickpeas, the beans, the lentils, these things are what's going to put the bulk on your body. So we want to keep that going as well. And it'll be bulk, but it'll also be lean. And that's important, because bulk, like you said, you're tired. You can barely walk to the door. We want to make sure that we're strong, yes, but we also want to make sure that we're lean and that we can move and do what it is that we have to do. So that's what I would say. Make sure you're eating tons of dark leafy greens. Make sure, even if you want to drink protein shakes, make sure that you're drinking vegan protein shakes. Sun Warrior is an amazing protein powder. If anybody is interested, I prefer the vanilla over the chocolate just because I like vanilla and I hear that the chocolate tastes a little chalky. Vega is another really good vegan protein powder if you want to get into that as well for protein. Sea moss, another amazing thing for protein, detoxing, all of that. Relieving mucus from the body. These are the things that slow us down at the end of the day. And when I say us, I mean me. Like I'm not this super clean, perfect, eater.
That's good to know. It's different. You honest. I like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, I think that a lot of people, I like to be as transparent as I can be. Sometimes I'm eating super clean and sometimes I'm eating trash. And it just is what it is at the end of the day, especially now. I think that we're living in a really crazy time and, people are gravitating toward what makes them feel good and what's comfortable. And, I got locked into that myself. And so, my boyfriend and I have decided, we did a detox not too long ago. We decided to keep up and say, you know what, we're going to eat raw 2 days a week and do what we need to do. So, I try to be honest and transparent. George, you're quiet over there. What's going on?
I have a question for you, actually.
There you go. There he is.
So there's a lot of rumors about vegan being expensive. Can you do this on a budget?
So when I hate this, I really do. I hate that people think that vegan is expensive. Vegan is expensive if you want to eat Beyond Meat, Impossible Burgers, Field Roast. And listen, I love all of these brands. You're great. I appreciate you. You're there in a pinch. But that's where it gets expensive. In what world do veggies cost more than meat? In what world? If you can tell me, please let me know. But I have never gone to the produce section and paid $6 for a bushel of kale. I do not understand where this myth comes from. If anything, it's more taxing on your time to be plant-based because, as I said earlier, you do have to prep your food. You have to cook your food. You have to learn your different ingredients and seasoning and all of these different things in order to have a meal that you really enjoy. But beans, rice, legumes, quinoa is on the expensive side. However, it lasts very, very long. A little goes a long way. even your vegan cheeses, people claim that they're super expensive. They are in comparison, and they're very compatible to the prices of good cheese if you eat dairy. A good dairy cheese is going to cost you about $7 to $12. The same lends itself to the plant-based lifestyle. If you want a really good cheese, you're going to pay really good money. So I really don't think that vegan or plant-based is unaccessible to anyone. You just have to understand that, your lifestyle cannot be revolved around mock meats. Mock meats is where it does become quite expensive.
All right. So what are your top 5?
My top 5 what?
Your top 5 alkaline.
My top 5 alkaline?
Or top 5 alkaline vegetables. Your top.
Oh man, it has to be alkaline. I don't eat alkaline. I just want to make that clear. I am not an alkaline vegan.
Oh. Okay.
But I don't know. I would say kale, Brussels sprouts, avocado, even though some people try to debate avocado, mushroom.
Oh, there. You can do it.
And I'm debating between 2. We'll go with zucchini. Raw. I don't like cooked zucchini. I cook it, but I don't like it.
I haven't had it raw yet, but I know it's good grilled. Zucchini is really good grilled.
I'm not a fan, just me, and it's an unpopular opinion, and that's okay. But I only like raw zucchini.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. How many celebrity chefs you work? How many celebrity clients you have?
Quite a few.
Let's see.
I'm not gonna disclose everyone because it's a thing. But I did get permission to be able to say that, I do work with Kyrie on a daily basis. I've been working with him since the beginning of the year, and I can talk about that. I've worked with some models. I've worked with some different reality stars and actresses, and I can just, leave it there until otherwise. And you'll see different pictures and stuff on Instagram and stuff. I'm not a Facebook girl. I'm sorry to everybody. I really don't know how to navigate it. I actually was never on social media until I started Insatiable. So I don't even know what to do with Facebook. Everything is just linked through my Instagram.
All right. So back to that cookbook.
Okay.
Well, what I was going to say is, if you get your clients to write reviews of your work, and you could put it into your book and some of their diets, that will help propel your book sales and do what you want to do to get you to where you want to go a lot faster.
I'm not headed in that direction of cookbook. I honestly have no desire to write a cookbook. That's not something that I want to do.
Just in case.
But, I'm sorry?
Just in case.
Just in case. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have files of everything just in case. But as of right now, today, I can say with everything in my spirit, I have no desire to do it. It was something that I thought I wanted to do. It's so interesting, when you start something, you have a vision for it and you're like, oh, this is what I want to do. And then you realize, not really. So for me, that's not, on my bucket list. It's not even on my to-do list, but I definitely do keep files of everything. And I appreciate that feedback because who knows, maybe a year or 2 from now, I may want to do it and I can go back and be like, George was right. I have everything that I need and let's get these sales going. So
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Absolutely.
Definitely. She had the book. That's why he says that.
Yeah,
I gotta get your book, George.
Absolutely. Check me out on Amazon.
I will.
Yeah, He's probably good Arthur. I don't. I'm just piggyback off him, Arthur.
Oh, stop it! You're not piggybacking.
But, I might say, like, me and George, we did in real estate, so that's how you met. But
Okay.
me, I like coaching. I love coaching. I don't write a book on coaching because I see a lot of people who don't know how to cook very well. Like you said, sometimes people say they want to do it and have inspired to do it.
Right.
Some people realize they shouldn't do it, but they still do it anyway. Yeah.
Right. Right. Like I stay in my lane. That's why, you guys are asking me these questions. I'm like, listen, I'm not the one. Celebrity chef. That's what y'all had me on for. We can talk about that. We can talk about what personal chef experiences are. We can talk about how Insatiable started, all that. But as far as holistic health, I do not want to be the one to put it out there because I don't want to steer anybody wrong. I can give you tips on how to start a plant-based, alkaline, whatever lifestyle. But as far as me giving you the tools to do it, to say, this is it, please do not hold me accountable for anything that you're trying to do. I'm just saying.
All right, we can respect that.
Thank you. I hate that I can't see you, George. Seriously.
Yeah, that
Feel
was
bad.
you know, just like Avatar. Chuck, look, just like the Avatar. No different.
But I do appreciate you still, like, you didn't cancel or anything. You're like, I am here for it, regardless of whether I can be on camera. So that says a lot about your character.
He done hard.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Definitely appreciate you coming on the show, and we would definitely love to have you again.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. I can't wait. I hope you guys call and, it'll be cool.
But then, don't forget to tell them if the fans want to like seek your services. You have services you provide, or so in social media you can tell them about where they can reach you at, the contact they want to assume your services.
Yes, so you can find me. Everything that you want to know about Insatiable is on Instagram. I'm Insatiable Vegan on Instagram. You can shoot me an email at insatiablevegan@gmail.com. My website is www.insatiableveganglobal.com. I'm actually going through a bit of a transition. I've been fighting with my domain holder for a while now in order to switch over because my website is sad, y'all. It's from when I first started, and I actually have a new revamped website. I've had it since January, but I'm fighting with them to get it on. So please don't charge it to my heart, please. I'm really working on it. My website it's sad, but if you go to Instagram, you can see everything. You can see everything there.
Yeah, I saw it. Food is really good. It's a really good. I ain't gonna lie. I was tempted.
Thank you. Thank you.
We gotta tell you when you do it at the pancakes. What was that again?
The buckwheat pancakes with some blueberry compote.
That looks so good. That looks so good. I'm sorry.
Listen, you made Love is laughing in the background because you made my whole day. I was so proud of them pancakes because buckwheat pancakes are normally very thick and they're not moist and they're dense. And I was able to create paper thin buckwheat pancakes. And I was so proud. And I was like, nobody even cares, but it's okay. You care and I'm here for it. So thank you. I appreciate you.
I would love to try. I would love to try those. You should see them, George.
Once this is over, we'll get out to Miami.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
So, Breck, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much, George and Frazier. I appreciate you both. I hope that it was okay.
Oh, and we had a blast.
Okay. All right.
Talk to you soon. Have a great
Okay.
night.
Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 George.
Frazier.
How's it going over there?
It's going, man.
Oh, man. You should see them. You gotta see them pancakes, George. I'm serious. They stood out like crazy. Them pancakes look good. You gotta try. I gotta try. But we want
to. Vegan is a lifestyle. It's very difficult because like you can get stuck in a pattern. Like, for instance, if there's only like 5 foods that you like to eat, you know what I mean?
True.
You gotta be able to find a way to manipulate those 5 foods.
That is true though.
And that's what could be challenging.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I just got into zucchini. Maybe like 2 years ago. I went to a restaurant and happened to actually I didn't know what it was, but when I found out what it was, I didn't like it. It was grilled zucchini, but I found out it tasted really good. They had a little spice on it or whatever. It came out really good. It's the zucchini with some like zucchini noodles. You ever had it before? And oh man, that was good. I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
We got Dr. Bev will be back with us tomorrow for part 2.
Yes, part 2. Mr. Bay, can't wait.
So hopefully I'm feeling better. If not, my avatar will be here.
He legit like it. I will give him that a little bit, but no.
So that's our show. Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Frazier.
This is Real Talk with George and Frazier. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a good night.